Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. War. Today we're going to be identifying the y-intercept given a function, given a table, and given a graph. So we have three types of functions here. One looks like an equation, one is a table, and one is a graph. Now, how do you find your y-intercept? Basically, if you want to calculate it, you always can find your y-intercept when x equals to 0. For number 1, to find it, you're going to have to solve. So this will be g of 0, which would equals to 2 times 0 minus 6. 2 times 0 is 0 minus 6. And 0 minus 6 is negative 6. So your y-intercept for this function number 1 is negative 6. Now you didn't need to go through all of that. I usually tell my students, anytime 0 is multiplied by anything, it's 0. Your x has to be 0, so what happens is this disappears. So I'm going to kind of blot this out. And what have you left with? Negative 6. So that is your y-intercept. Let's look at number 3 here. You have f of x equals to the square root of x minus 2. What will be your y-intercept? Again, your x is 0. 0 times anything is 0. So we really don't need to do the mathematics. It's like, okay, this is gone because it's going to be 0. And what are you left with? Negative 2. So your y-intercept here is negative 2. And we did not have to do any calculations. Now remember, to find out your y-intercept, x has to be what? 0. So if you have a table, find 0 for x. So here that's negative 2, negative 1. Oh, there's 0, which means that the corresponding coordinate for your y value is your y-intercept. So this one here is your y-intercept. So whenever you have a table, find that 0 and its corresponding value is your y-intercept. And if you have a graph, your y-intercept is where your graph cuts the y-axis. So we know this is the x-axis, so we're going to find where our graph cuts the y-axis. It's right here. So notice that this is down, which means it's going to be a negative, and then we're just going to count. This will be 1, 2. So this is negative 2. So the question says, which function has the smallest y-intercept? And who has the smallest y-intercept? 1 was negative 6, 2 was 1, 3 was negative 2, and 4 is negative 2. Your smallest would be negative 6. Because remember, the further you go away from 0, the smaller you become. So your answer for this question is number 1. G of x, which equals to 2x minus 6, is your function with the smallest y-intercept. I hope this has been helpful. Good luck on your TAS examination, and always remember, like, subscribe, share, and drop me a comment. Have a great day.